So we've looked at Pythagoras, we have learnt how to label all the sides, and we might do that straight away with the one on the board. So we've got our Pythagoras' theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And the first thing you should remember is that that c is always the longest side, or the hypotenuse, and that is the one across from the right angle. So what Pythagoras' theorem is actually saying is that if we take the length of this short side and we went and turned it into a square, so if this is 4 centimeters from the end to end, we're going to have a 4 centimeter square that runs like this. This side is a 3 centimeter square. Hopefully you can see that. And if we added the area and the area of that one together, what we would actually get is a value that's exactly the same as if we squared the area of the hypotenuse. Okay, that is what this is saying. Might just get this out of the way for now. So the first thing we need to do is label our sides. Okay, the very first thing is draw our triangle. I've got my triangle drawn. You should be drawing a triangle. Draw your triangle, label your sides, and then we can work with the formula. All right, my triangle is drawn. I now have to label my sides. So, as I said, that one across from there is our C, or our hypotenuse. And these two short sides are A and B. Now, I told you it didn't matter which one A and B were. The way I do it is to have this flat side here as A and this other side as B. All right, so we've got that covered. I'm just going to rub these out to make it a bit clearer for us. All right. So we have our triangle, we've labelled our sides, now we have to write our rule down, okay, first thing. So our rule states a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We now have a little bit more meaning to what these values are. So now we can substitute in our values. So we can say here that a actually is 4 centimetres. So we can say 4 squared plus 3 squared for our b value is going to equal this mysterious value squared as well. And we don't know what that mysterious value is yet, but we will get there. Okay, so that's our very first important line of working. Once we have numbers in the equation, we can start doing some calculation. All right, that means you will need a calculator. So 4 squared means 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. And that's going to equal our c squared. Now, we cannot do any mathematical operations because it's a letter. So we have to leave that there for now. All right, 16 plus 9 is a mathematical sum we can do with numbers. So we can do that. And 16 plus 9 is, in fact, 25. So what we have is 25 is going to give us our c squared value. Now, we're not really interested in c squared. We are interested in just c on its own. And the way we have to reverse a squared is to use a symbol called the square root symbol. Now, you've probably used it before, you've seen it on your calculator, and what it means is what two numbers multiply together, so times together, to give this value here. So when we square root it, we have to do this to both sides. So we are saying the square root of 25 will give us the square root of c squared. Now, if I use the square root sign and the squared sign together, I'm cancelling something out. So the square root of 25 will give us our plain old c value. Now, if you jump on your calculator and find the square root button and type in the square root of 25, you will find that the square root of 25 is 5. But there is something missing still, and I want you to know that it's really important. Up here, I've got these units, and it's really important that you don't forget these units, okay? So this is not just 5, any old thing, it is 5 centimetres. Okay, we're going to do the exact same thing to this triangle now. All right, so I've drawn my triangle. I'm going to label my sides first of all. Here's my right angle. Here's my hypotenuse, which makes it C. Sometimes you might see that I've written an X in there as well, and that's just to say it's unknown. It's the mystery number right now. So I've got to label my other ones, and as I do, here's my flat side, I'm going to call it A. Here's my other side, I'm going to call it B. So draw my triangle, label my sides, write the rule out. So that's the first thing I'm doing. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now we have some numbers to use. We'll put them in. My A value is up here, and it is 7. My B value is here, and it is 3. And my C value is still a mystery, so we can't do much with that yet. All right, now we can continue down the track because we have numbers, and now we can do our maths. So 7 squared is 7 times 7, which is 49. If you need a calculator, get it out, that's fine as well. 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. We're still working to find C squared. So 49 plus 9, what's 49 plus 9? 58. 58 is going to give us our C squared value. Remembering to reverse that square, we have to use our square root sign. So I'm going to put that in red so you remember the square root of 58 is the square root of C squared. So we will finally get our C value, and I did have to get a calculator for this one, but the square root of 58 is 7.62. Please get on your calculator and check that. All right, so you know how I got it and that you can get it on your calculator as well. But once again, I have forgotten something quite important, and we have to go back to our original triangle and see that our values are in centimetres, so our answer must be in centimetres as well. Okay, so that is all the working you would need to do to find the length of the hypotenuse, the long side.